Hello, everyone. I am Starry, and with me today, I have a very special guest, none other than Eggtan Bartholomew. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Eggtan, and I make vocal synth music. Yeah.
Nice. So, how long would you say you've been making vocal synth music, specifically?
Uh, I started experimenting with it around 2020, but I didn't actually release anything until around 2021, I think. So maybe like 4 or 5 years.
Right. Um, is Kiss Me More like your first published work using a vocal synth?
Oh, let me actually hold on. Let me look because it isn't, but I've since like archived a bunch of stuff and taken
Right.
stuff down. Let me look at my channel really quick. Oh yeah, it is the first thing there, huh? Um, was that the first cover I've ever done though? I don't think so.
Get the Eggtan, like, lost media gif.
Yeah. Like I maybe perhaps. Wow, that was forever ago. I kind of forgot about that one.
I believe in calls from you. You mentioned it was going to be a part of a EP.
Oh yeah.
Did that ever go anywhere?
Um no, because that was from an era before I started using vocal synths and
Right.
stuff. I really wanted to be like Moe Shop and like what's that other one? Snail's House, that is
Yes. I did
like
actually listening to calls from you, which, by the way, I think it aged very well. Like, maybe I'm just a sucker for these sort of like pop beats, but I don't know. I really liked it. But yeah.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I really wanted to be like that. I used to produce a lot of um just like background music, stuff inspired by like video game
Right.
soundtracks and stuff. And like a lot of music without vocals or lyrics or anything. I used to struggle really bad writing lyrics and vocal
Right.
melodies. So I just thought instrumentals was the way to go. And this was supposed to be a small EP that I made while I was graduating high school.
Right.
And I was like, it's going to be small, it's going to be 4 songs. And I just couldn't finish it. I don't know, like,
That's
there's always like
that's
that
the
one
fate.
song.
Yeah, that's the fate of many of my high school projects. Don't worry.
Yeah. There's always like one song and like like every time there's actually been like 30,000 Eggtan albums slash
Right.
mini albums, and it's like I'm so particular about them that I'm like, if one song isn't finished, I can't just like leave the song out. Like I have to finish the song.
I can
But
respect
then
that. I'm very much the
yeah,
same way. Like, I can't. I've tried writing before, like fan fiction and whatnot, and I can't force myself to release it until I have like every single chapter done. I can't release bit by bit.
exactly. Like it's got like I can't imagine releasing an album with like a track missing, because when I envisioned the album in my head, it had that many tracks and
Right.
those specific tracks for like that reason. And so that always happens to me. So yeah, a call from you in that EP. I don't think it will ever see the light of day, but I don't know. Maybe I'll like upload it to SoundCloud or something. We'll see.
I think high school is kind of the perfect breeding ground for that kind of project, because it's like just when you started to like actually get like skill and a little bit of confidence in your abilities, but you like way overscope everything that you think
Yes.
about doing.
Yes.
Like, I draw a lot, and it was like senior junior year, and I was like, dude, alright, I'm a huge fan of the Kirby series, right? Love the Kirby games. I had this like huge idea for like this art project I was gonna do, and it was gonna be like probably like 15, 20 separate pieces that were all like on huge canvases, and I almost like burned myself out on drawing as like an entire concept.
Oh my gosh. Many such cases. It happens.
Unfortunately. Have you studied music much in school, or would you say you're more like self-taught?
Well, yes and no. I did take piano lessons as a kid. And I took piano lessons from, I think, kindergarten all the way up until I was around 8th grade. Or
Right.
no, actually, no, I took it all the way up until high school, actually.
Mm.
And but the thing is, like, I never like took it seriously, and like, I
Right.
I developed this really bad habit of like not reading sheet music and instead just like looking at my teacher's hand. And so like I could play very like advanced and complex songs, and my skill level was really really high because my teacher never noticed that I wasn't actually reading the music and I was just like copying her. But
Right.
then
You were
I
doing it like
switched,
orchestra maestro style.
yeah, and then I switched teachers, and this new teacher, she was like, no, you can't just copy me. You have to be able to read music. So then, like, I went from being like a really high level, and I got bumped all the way down to like maybe like elementary school because I couldn't read. I couldn't read sheet music, and I had just faked it for like the past like 10 years. And um, so like I do have like kind of like a little bit of music knowledge. Like I can kind of read sheet music,
Right.
and I do understand theory enough, like, but I feel like when it comes to like my music and production and everything I know about it now, that was all just trial and error
Right.
and being self-taught. I think if you have good enough relative pitch and you just listen to music all the time and just try to emulate what you're hearing, then like you can figure it out on your own, you know.
Right. I get that. I was only in like a music-based class for a year in junior high. It was band, right? And I just I was pretty good at it. I played saxophone. I was pretty good at it
Nice.
compared to my class, but this was like, yeah, it was 7th grade. I was the most like insecure little anxious preteen on the planet, and I just couldn't take it. Like the year after, I don't like even the small scale concert stuff. I just had like such bad like imposter syndrome, I guess it would be, that I was like, I can't do this. And I don't know. I wonder how because I admittedly I'm very much a novice when it comes to music knowledge and theory. I know very little. But then again, I never like properly pursued it. But I do wonder like the split, how my life would have converged differently if I stuck that through.
Oh yeah, I have like a similar experience because I too was also in band in middle school,
Right.
and I played the flute, and I played band for literally 1 year. Well, I played it in like elementary school, and then I took a break and came back and did it in middle school, and yeah, there's so many sweats in band, like it is too sweaty. I could not hang with them. I had to drop out. Like they used to run that band like the Navy, and my teacher was so mean, and
God,
I had to quit. So like I get it. I totally get it.
seriously. Gosh, but how did you end up getting into vocal synths specifically?
Um, Honestly, wait, I'm trying to think. I know it was because of Miku, but I'm trying to like remember like what my first
You did mention,
vocalist song was.
I forget which song of yours it was, but in the description you said something like, Miku like made your dreams come true when it came to making music.
Did I? I probably did. I don't. Yeah, I've always wanted to make Vocaloid or vocal synth music. Like it had always been a dream of mine, but I don't think it was until like around after graduating high school where I was like, wait, I can actually do this. Like I can just
Right.
go and download it and use it. And I think I first got into Miku like probably around first or second grade. I can't remember what the song was. It was probably like World Is Mine.
Right.
Probably like I feel like that's a lot of people's first Miku song. But Yeah, ever since like elementary school, I've just been a fan of Miku and Vocaloid, and so it's like, yeah, it's like a bit corny, but like, yeah, Miku really did play a big role in my life, I
What I'm
guess.
hearing is that simply you were just born with that dog in you. You were born with that teal-haired dog in you.
Yes, yes, and having like access to the internet at like 8 years old, like many such cases,
Yeah.
Miku is just there.
Vocal synths like were always a concept that I sort of was like parallel to, I guess. I always orbited around. I knew it existed, but I guess I just never like had the right crowd until recently to like actually look into it.
Mm.
I mentioned like briefly being a new gen, but I was looking through like fan art of a character I liked, and someone had made like um a piece of art of them. I don't remember the artist, but a piece of art of them referencing Mesmerizer. And looking at it, I didn't know what Mesmerizer was. I was like, this looks like it's referencing something. I could not tell what, but I sent it to my friend, and they're like, oh, this is Mesmerizer. And I'm like, what's that? And they send me it, and I'm like, there's a red Miku. And like probably like 2 months later, I'm making breakfast, and I'm looking at my phone just for something to listen to, and I don't know like what god like came down and gave me the most mythical like YouTube algorithm pool of all time. But it was like, do you want to listen to this song Rot for Clout that came out 2 days ago? And I was like, hey, I recognize that red one. That's the one that was in Mesmerizer. I'm gonna listen to this. And for the next week, I played it on repeat. And
Yes.
it was pretty much all self-fulfilling prophecy from there. The snowball really got kicked off by that.
I love Rot for Clout. It's such a good song.
Yeah, what about you? Like, what was your first Kasane Teto song, if you think you can remember?
Ooh, first, well, the thing about like Kasane Teto for me, or back then, is like I didn't really like listen to Vocaloid songs as like, oh, it's this character's original songs. Like a lot of
Right.
songs I listened to as a kid were just actually like covers using Vocaloid, and I thought they were like Vocaloid originals, and I didn't really like know any producers or anything like that. Like I just thought the songs came out of
Right.
thin air. But Kasane Teto first song, probably like I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's Pukereta. I think
Fukireta, I
it's like,
think? Yeah.
yeah, it's like her like her theme song basically.
Pretty much, I think I can agree there. It's kind of like, I feel like most people online have seen that, even if they couldn't name it or know that it was Kasane Teto. Like some version of it, at least.
Yes.
Because of how many like memes and like covers have been made. Like, just everybody kind of knows, but only a few people know. Well, I say a few people. A couple million. No.
Yes. And then she had this like it's like a Levin Polka remix using
Right.
Teto and like her really old crunchy Uto voice bank, and that was like one of my favorites back then. So
I
it's
think
one of those two.
I think while doing like my history research on Teto, I actually found that one. I think I know what you're talking about.
She has like her little chimera wings out.
Yes.
She's like dancing around. Yes, I love that one.
That's something I like to try to, I don't know, include in my own Tetos now. I feel like the Chimera wings were like way more prevalent back in the day. You still see them, but I feel like a lot more fan art featured them early on.
Yeah. What's that one song? It's Popipo, or like the vegetable juice song, not Levin Polka. Sorry, I
Right.
just looked it up. I don't want I don't want to get grilled by Vocal Synth fans.
Fake fan LARPer, get him. Okay. I believe this was also touched on in Vocaverse, but what would you say are like some of your most prevalent inspirations for your current music?
Currently, um, I I get this comparison a lot actually, and it makes me happy because I don't think I've like ever mentioned it like anywhere on like my channel or like social media. Maybe I have, but Carly Rae Jepsen, um,
Ooh,
I get that comment like quite a lot, and I really enjoy it because I really do love Carly Rae Jepsen. I think she's really good at writing pop music, and her melodies, her lyrics are clever. She just makes really good pop music. So Carly Rae Jepsen is one. Um, I really like R&B. I've been listening to a lot of like Janet Jackson,
right.
and uh, and right now I'm kind of in like a 1975 phase. Um, I just really love like the pop music that has like that 80s twang to
No,
it.
I 100% understand. Like, I think one of the earliest like gateways into seeing music as something more than just like something to have in my ears was through a lot of music from back then. Like, I'm a huge fan of Hall & Oates. But yeah, I believe you mentioned that you were studying harmonies. How's that going for you?
Um, Actually pretty good. Like
Ooh,
I've been trying to get a little bit more adventurous when it comes to like composing harmonies and stacking vocals and stuff. And I think I'm getting the hang of it. I've been working on some music that'll come out soon that I'm really happy with, and like I just can't wait till it's out. But yeah, I've been stacking those vocal layers, so I'm really excited.
hell yeah. I don't know if this analogy makes much sense outside of my head, but if I could say like the feeling that a lot of your music gives me, it makes me this is kind of funny considering the amount of like winter songs you have, but it makes me think of like summer. It feels like summer to me. Like, I don't know, walking outside on like a crisp summer day, the sun's a little low in the sky.
That's awesome. I love that.
Like,
Yes, that's really the vibe that I do go for.
I think part of like the maybe feeling that I get from that is like this memory I have of like this was about a year back, but I was in Houston, Texas, and I was getting ready to like go on this long drive, and it was a bit later. It was like 6 p.m. and Glass Girl comes on, and I don't know, something about that was a vibe. Like, and the rest of the world tuned out while I was like cruising down the highway. I was like, this is awesome.
Whoa, that is very high praise. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. We're on the topic of like artists. Are there any artists that you'd want to shout out while we have the chance?
Ooh, okay. Gotta shout out Menace, of
Naturally.
course. That is oomph. That's one of my best friends. Same thing with Suzie. Suzie P. Gotta shout out Suzie P. I'd also like to shout out Koge. Um, he's a
Okay.
vocal lead producer from Australia, and he helps me mix and master my songs a lot. And he's really good at like um, sound design, and he's just really talented. And he's been sending me a lot of his like works in progress, and we've been working on a lot of music together. And I'm like really excited for him to release all of his stuff because he's really talented. And so gotta shout him out. So love Koge, and yeah.
That's awesome. I'd love to hear about just like the crosswork that goes into making music. I think it can be easy to sort of just like see like publish song to a channel and be like, okay, this is that guy. But I think like I don't know. I just love how often you see like the community overlap in that, you know.
Oh yeah. Um, because like I feel like with Vocaloid, there's a lot of one man bands. You know, like there's some
Right.
people who like literally do everything themselves, and I think that's cool. But I I can't do like I can't. I need
No,
help,
no,
and
I
so
get
it's
that.
nice.
Part of like
It's nice. Yeah.
yeah, part of like growing up for me, like out of high school, is realizing that like, oh, I can't, like I could try to do everything, but I would like break down and crash and burn on fire and fall down a hill.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have friends who you can like ask for help, and it's really good because it like builds community and stuff.
Right.
And it's always nice to have people in your corner. So I definitely could not release music by myself. So
I completely get that. All right. Let's say this: you're brought into a meeting room. They're like, okay, you have this opportunity. You can work with any artist of your choice. You can collab with them. Like who would be your dream artist to collab with, do you think?
oh wait, that's a great question. Dream artist to collab with? Oh, there's so
Like
many.
literally
Wait.
any, like inside vocal synth or outside, just
Ooh, my gosh. Me, like, this is like a life or death question. Like, the person I say is about to walk through the door right now.
yeah.
You're like-
They're like, we have them here. You gotta lock it in now, or else they're gonna walk out.
Oh, like, oh my gosh. Oh my, this is so. This is like such a like a milquetoast answer, but like, if all time, like, come on, I gotta say Beyonce. Like, come on, it's Beyonce.
Okay,
Beyonce.
that's pretty good.
Like,
Beyonce
hello.
walks through the door. They're like, hello, Eggtan. I'm a big fan of your work.
Oh my god. But no, like anybody in the world, like vocal synth wise,
Yeah, vocal
there's
synth.
I don't even think I could like even like joke about picking someone because there's just so many. Like I need at least 5. Like I need to be able to work with at least 5. If I had-
You can draft
Yeah.
your fantasy football like vocal synth team.
Oh my gosh. I've been wanting to work with audio.
Oh yes,
um,
yes.
for like a while. Like every time we're like, oh, we should collab, and we're like, yes, and then like we both get like really busy and then nothing happens.
I know that feeling. God. Yeah. I think you do. You two like do have some similar like qualities to your sound.
Yes, we both love the 80s, and so I would love to work with them. Obviously, I would love to work with Flavor Folly. I would love to work with Jamie.
Right.
I would like. There's like so many people. I don't know. Honestly, if you make vocal synth music, hey, DM me. Like, let's.
Oh my goodness.
I'll work with anyone. Like,
If
wanna work with
if I
everyone
ever
and
figure
anyone.
out this music stuff, that'd be awesome. But wow.
For
Look
for
at you.
sure.
You want to be friends with everyone.
I really do.
So
I really do.
controversial. But I jokes aside, I do really respect that. That's my honestly,
yeah.
that's my like ultimate wish as well. Let me just be friends with everyone, man. I have, I guess, technically worked on one vocal synth song. Nothing music related, but I did do the cover art for a song. Because I found this producer while I was like looking for music to feature on my website, because I like to find artists to feature, and I found this one who had started uploading Kasane Teto music recently. It was very charming stuff, and I noticed that all their thumbnails were like just stick figure drawings of Kasane Teto, and at first I thought that was like a vibe, I was like, damn, I respect it. That's like that's a very distinct brand. But in their channel description they were like, I suck at drawing, someone help me. So I was like, oh, this is a cry for help. So I emailed them, and I did the cover art for this song.
Oh, that's so cool. Wait, let me look at this even more. Whoa. Okay, we're adding it to my playlist.
They do some really good stuff. I think they're still in like high school. But like
That's crazy.
like seriously, like from the songs that I've listened to, I'm like, damn, if you keep like going on this, I feel like you're really gonna like, I don't know. It's got some good
gosh.
concepts.
Yes. I wish like at the age of 8, I could put Vocaloid in my hand and be like, start making music now, do it now.
I feel the same way about drawing, because like I really didn't like care about it at all until probably like senior year of high school, when I was like, wait, I actually want to get better at this. And I was like, God, if I could just go back and like start focusing on it, because I see like what other people are making, and I look at their like Twitter bio and it's like 15, and I'm like, fuck.
I know the feeling. Oh my god.
I'm like, God damn it.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a fun experience. I do hope to I don't know, just get more involved with this kind of thing in the future. I do want to eventually like properly sit down and learn music stuff. That's kind of a broad like open thing, but it really is just like this barrier of all the information I could need and software is available. I just have to like find the mental fortitude to sit down and listen.
Yes. It really is like that. That's how I feel about like learning Blender. Like, I should do it eventually, but it's so hard to just sit down and force yourself to like actually learn something.
It's like, yeah, I could learn something, or I could just do the thing that I've done for the past 10 years and not even think about it. Because yeah, I feel that as well. I've been interested in 3D modeling, but I'm just like, I can just draw it. I know how to do that. I can just open up like Clip Studio and just draw it and call it a day. Shut the door. I don't have to use my brain at all.
Yep.
Next question here, was I Hate You your first song to get like large scale attention?
Actually, yeah, it was. I was not expecting that at all when it happened. And I'm very grateful for it. I'm glad people like it. I didn't think it was gonna be anything more than like what my stuff usually is.
Right.
At least at that time. And I'm not gonna say it was a throwaway song, but like I feel like there are some songs I put like a lot of myself into the lyrics and into the production, but that one was just like a quick little F you to one of my professors who pissed me off so bad. Oh my god. And I didn't think people were gonna resonate with it, but people really like that song, and I'm really glad.
Maybe there's just a lot of people who hate their professors out there.
Yeah.
But I do completely get what you mean. Like my most like liked pieces of art, are the like, this isn't a project, I just like had a funny idea and in like 3 hours I turned it into like a finished piece, and 500 billion likes out of nowhere. I'm like, okay.
That song is how I met one of my friends who I work with a lot, Suzie. So I remember like she DM'd me like a week after that song came out, and she was like, hey, like if you ever need like vocals or something, I don't even remember what it was, but she like reached out to me. She's like, oh, I'd love to collab. And I was like, the Suzie, the Chug Jug, the Miku Chug Jug is reaching out to me. Oh my gosh. But we've become pretty good friends after that, and so I'm grateful for that song specifically for like that reason.
Right. So I mean, hey, you know, of the emotions that went into that song, some really good stuff did come out of it.
Yeah.
Sort of continuing with just like past songs, if you could get like another shot at a song you previously made, do you think you'd have one in mind?
Like remake it, or like what is?
Essentially, like if you could like take another stab at a song like from the beginning, right? Like you could try one concept again.
Ooh. I actually have like two. The first one is so good. I think that's like the first song I produced myself that I ever put out, and it's kind of dated, and I don't like the mixing I did on the vocals. I don't even like the mixing I did on the track itself, like the production. I feel like I could do it a lot better if I had the time to just like sit down and remake it. So I would like to do that, and I like so like to flesh it out into like a full song, because at the time like I really only had like the mental bandwidth to do like short songs with like one verse and one chorus.
Right.
And then I would just put short version and then like never ever extend it. So, like,
I did sort of notice that while going through some of your discography, that like even though it's like, I don't know, probably like the 5th or 6th song on your channel, like I think After Dark in the description, like, my first song, like my first full song.
yeah. Yeah, because I'm like looking at it now, and I had released the first 2 songs I ever like put out were short version. Me calling it short version as if there's a long version, and there's really not.
There's a long version conceptually. You have to like you have to imagine that it continues from here.
Exactly. So I would like to redo So Good, because I feel like it could be a lot better. Just everything about it, even the lyrics. I was like, I could do better.
Right.
And a full-length song, Easy Breezy Smile. That's not really like my song. It's a Sleepy Sunday song, and Sleepy Sunday is like a group that I'm a part of, consisting of me, Monochrome Menace, and Suzie. We get together. It was like a little band kind of. And Easy Breezy Smile is like our first song that we did for Miku Expo back in 2023, and it did win an honorable mention, which I'm very grateful for, and that was really big for me.
I can imagine.
And I was really proud of it at the time, but every time I hear it now, I'm just like, I don't like the mixing I did on the production. Like, I think Menace did a great job mixing the vocals and stuff, and we've like fixed up the vocals a few times, because like every once in a while, like every few years, we have to like re-upload it for something. And but it's just like it's the issue is the instrumental. Like, I need to go back and I need to fix stuff in it. So, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to. But if someone held a gun to my head,
right.
You need to do this now. Like, okay, that's the song I would pick.
I do remember when reading through like the description of that one that it had made it into Miku Expo, which is that's got to be pretty surreal, like for the first time.
Yes, and I remember I didn't experience this because when I went to Miku Expo in 2024, they weren't playing it at my venue, but some of the venues before the show starts, they play like the runner-ups, and then they play like the honorable mentions, and so some people heard our song playing while they were waiting for Miku to come on stage, and that was very surreal. I remember Menace sent me a video, and she was like, "Oh my god, they're playing our song," and I was like, "Oh my god!" So yes, that was awesome.
How's Miku Expo 2026 been for you?
Oh, it was so fun. It was absolutely so fun. I got to meet Menace for the first time in person.
Ooh.
I got to meet so many people. I met Kat for the first time in person. I met Jamie for the first time in person, and Vane, and Sawtown, and we all hung out.
Getting around the block,
fun.
seriously.
It was so fun, and I also, people knew who I was, which was like kind of also very surreal. Like, I remember I was walking with Menace, and this one person was like, "Oh, I love your music," and I just assumed they were talking to Menace, because I mean, like, I love Menace. And so I was like, "Oh, okay," and I was like, "Yeah, cool." Like, "Oh, Menace, they like your music," and then Menace was like, "No, like, they're talking to you," and I was like, "What?" And they were like, "Yeah, I love your music." And I'm like, "Me? Like, huh?" And then they're like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Oh, wow, thank you so much." And they're like, "Yeah, Glitter changed my life," which, like, whoa, that's a deep cut. Like, Glitter's not even, I haven't even ever, like, officially released that song. So, like, them knowing that song, like, them knowing me, let alone that song, was, like, actually crazy. And so that was like, wow, what a very surreal moment. It definitely, like, made my night. And Miku Expo was, like, it was great. I loved it.
I'm really glad to hear that for you. That sounds great. I wasn't able to go to Miku Expo itself, but I did catch Digital Stars. the one in Chicago, which was also like a very I don't know. I got there like I was so nervous. I'd never been to one of these shows before. And this was also my first time in Chicago, period. And I show up to the venue like an hour and 45 minutes early, and it was the Chop Shop. It was a restaurant slash venue, right? And I figured if I get there like really early, I can just like eat food and wait. And like I walk in and get to the front counter and they're like, "What are you doing here?" I'm like, "Oh, what? I just came to like eat something." And they like look, and I think the organizers accidentally like had them like list reservations earlier than they like normally do, and they didn't know this. Thankfully they like realized this, and they're like, okay, well, they had to like move a bunch of stuff that was in the way of like the dining area out of the way. And like there were no servers there. I think like the manager or something had to be the server. But I got there like super early. And for a minute I was like, oh, am I like even in the right place? I had no clue what the turnout would be like. And then I look out the window I'm seated next to, and I just see like a wave of like blue and red colored hair and cosplay and Kasane Teto and Miku, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in the right place.
Yup. Oh, it's so fun. The crowd is always so fun at these shows.
Seriously, it was a great time, like absolutely incredible experience. I saw Kat and Flavor Foley, but like there's one part of it that I think about and I'm like, fuck. So I had like in a sort of I don't know what you'd call it, just like a pipe dream. I'd bought with me my DAEMON doll vinyl, and I was like, dude, Flavor Foley's gonna be here. I could get like Jamie and Vonne and Rice to sign this. And I was just like, I'll temper myself. Like it's a show, it's a performance. They're gonna be like on stage. Like obviously I can't just like reach it out to them mid-performance. But when I had gotten to the Chop Shop, and like I said, I was like an hour and 45 minutes early. While I was like waiting at the front desk, it took like, I don't know, like 3-4 minutes for like someone to come up to the front desk. In the distance, I saw a couple of people sitting at a booth. It was 3 people, and my mind immediately was like, is that Flavor Foley? But they were at like just the right distance, and obviously I was in a new environment. I was kind of nervous. I was like, no, calm yourself, okay? Like, you just got here. Like, seriously, calm down. You're not gonna go bother like this random group of diners. And then I didn't think about it. Later that night, when Flavor Foley came out on stage, and I saw Vonne, Lily, and Jamie, I was like, that was them. That was them at the booth. That was totally them, and I fucking missed it. No!
No!
Like, I instantly clocked it. I was like, that is the same haircuts. I was like, God.
Oh, that sucks. Would you like? Did you get to meet them eventually though? Like,
unfortunately, I had to. Like, I couldn't stick around for too long after the show had ended. But I do plan on going to Miku Expo 2027. So I'm not too like definitely in the moment I was like, oh fuck. But I'm not too like beat up about it, because like again, I know that I'm going to 2027, and I know that definitely more likely than not they'll be there. And if I managed to bump into you, I'd love to get your signature on that as well.
oh yeah, awesome. Like, oh man, that so sucks. But I get it. Like, it's sometimes it's really scary, like going up to people and like meeting them for the first time in like person is so scary. But I know for a fact that they are so nice. Like, they are so sweet. And so yeah, next time definitely just bum rush them.
Okay.
Interrupt them. No, I'm just kidding.
Slam the vinyl down on top of their food. Sign it.
But they're awesome, and man, I'm jealous. Honestly, I would love to go to Digital Stars They never do it here in the West Coast. There's never a show
Damn.
for Digital Stars here.
I did
But
kind of notice that. It was like Chicago, New York, and Toronto, I think.
yeah, and never California, but that's okay, it's fine. Next time I'm flying out there because I need to go to Digital Stars next time.
Oh yeah. I mean, shit. Maybe you'll be the one on stage.
Oh, that would be crazy.
You don't even have to fly yourself out there. They'll fly you out there, man. You can be on the
Whoa.
vocal synth first class jet that they have.
Oh my god, Miku's literally gonna fly the plane. That's crazy.
Exactly. That has like
Wow.
big teal ribbons hanging off of the wings.
I would love that. I would love that opportunity someday in the future. That would be amazing. But one way or another, I'm going to Digital Stars because I need to experience that. I got so much FOMO seeing everyone like screaming like "fuck the corporation."
Oh
I'm like,
yeah,
"Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that should be me."
At the Chicago show, it was Voca Cat there instead of Menace, but Voca Cat still put on Minimum Rage, and it was like such like a oh my god. It was a
Oh
great
my
set. It was a
gosh,
great set.
that's awesome.
I guess mentioning it, sort of talk a bit about Damon Doll. How did you end up on the Damon Doll team?
RMD. I think Rice DM'd me and was like, "Hey, do you want to be on this album?" And I'm like, "Sure, it sounds like an awesome opportunity. I've never been on an album before." I get there. What do you mean Kira's on the album? What do you mean Jamie's on the album? I said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, wait. No, hold on now." But it was really cool. Rice is so sweet and so nice. So forever grateful for the opportunity to be on that album. And yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy.
I can imagine. I still consider Damon Doll to be like, I don't know. I think like the big like cornerstone, like linchpin of like Kasane Teto's new era, I guess. Like how popular she's gotten, especially in the West recently. I see that as kind of like the herald, the harbinger.
Yeah, it's so crazy that she's received like I don't know, like she's getting really up there. Like
I think she's about to like I forget where exactly, but I saw like a graph, and I think she's about to like take over second place for most vocal synth songs. I think she's about to overthrow I think Gumi.
that's insane because like for the longest time like when I started producing in like 2021 20 some whatever I think like the most popular is always going to be Miku, but I think like the second most popular was this Chevio named Kafu.
Yes, I've heard of them.
And it's just crazy now because I feel like I never see Kafu anymore. It's like she's like so obscure now, and like it's so crazy to think that Kasane Teto overtook her spot. Cause like I mean like it's not that Teto was like unknown for the longest time, but she was really an underdog. Like she wasn't that popular. Like she was popular, yes, like by like an extension of Miku. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like her popularity came with Miku's popularity, but now she's kind of has like her own thing going on.
Totally. I
And
think
so
it's
crazy.
like I think it's like because Kasane Teto had already like been in existence for a decade, you know, at that point. It sort of felt like the window, like if they were to ever get popular, the window has already passed, you know.
Yeah. I think it's like an accessibility thing because Kasane Teto, she had her Tao voice banks were very amazing. I've always said that her Tao voice banks, she's so versatile and she has so many voice banks, you can combine them to make her so expressive, but she is on Utao, so it's kind of harder to use, and you know her English is not great, but now that she's on Synth V, she's so easy to access, so people who
Right.
have been fans of her for years, like me included, because I've tried to use Utao in the past and it did not go well. But now that she's on Synth V, like she's so accessible, and so it just allowed her to explode in popularity. And it's so crazy to think that Kasane Teto would ever get a synthesizer V voice bank, let alone be the most popular synthesizer V
by
voice
like a
bank of
long
all
shot.
time.
Like seriously,
Yeah,
I think it's really
it's
funny.
incredible.
I forget where I saw this, but it was like a maybe an old Q&A you did or something. But you had responded to someone saying, "If Kasane Teto ever got a Synth V voice bank, it would change my life."
Oh my god.
Well, is that true?
Yeah.
Do you think that that happened?
Yeah. I have to like look it up, but the day she got announced, it was like her anniversary. I think this is
Yeah, yeah.
2023. The day she got announced, girl, my tweets were crazy. I was like unintelligible tweets. I was just keyboard smashing like 5 tweets in a row, just screaming. Menace was screaming, girl. Everybody was freaking out. Like the whole house was mad. Like it was crazy.
That's the only thing I can think of, like a sort of like I don't know, nostalgia for something that you didn't experience moment I have with Teto of like, damn, it would have been really cool to like have been in the space when that happened. Because like going through like people's posts, like you go to 2023 and you just see like the explosion of like, what the fuck is happening?
Oh yes, it was actually so insane. But like even it's crazy because even back then when we were all freaking out, like no one could have ever predicted like just what her being on this engine would do. Not just like for her, but for vocal synth in general.
I really do
Like,
think like it's
yeah.
propelled to like a second golden age, like a second renaissance. The amount of new producers I see popping up that have like, I don't know, I think there were always like, you know, new producers coming up, but it's just that the exposure now, like I feel like
Yes.
there's so much more growth to be had in the scene, and every
It's
like week
huge.
every week I find like a new producer and they have like this crazy good song, and I'm like, holy, there's like an endless supply of these people, and it's like incredible, it's awesome.
No, it's amazing, and it's so insane. Like I can go up to just, well, okay, this is like a little bit facetious, but like I could go up to like a random person and there's a good chance they know who Kasane Teto is. Like they know who Miku is. It's like this very extremely niche thing anymore. Like
Seriously.
like in the cultural zeitgeist, I feel like vocal synth has been, well, at least in the West, has been it's so popular now. It's been more popular now than it's ever been ever.
Which is
And
crazy.
honestly, I do think I do think she was the catalyst of it, and I do think we have to give her flowers for that.
I 100% agree, because I think the main thing Kasane Teto like did to like the audience en masse is that it sort of widened the field of view of like, oh, other vocal synths besides like Hatsune Miku can enjoy this sort of popularity and spotlight and exist, you know. I feel like if you go back a couple years and you ask someone who's like, they're online a bit, but they don't really know much about vocal synths, they just tell you, oh, there's Hatsune Miku, it's Hatsune Miku, there's Hatsune Miku. Now, Miku Teto.
Yes, it's
And
crazy.
yeah, I think that just like widening the scope a little bit sort of like puts more spotlight on every vocal synth, because now it's like, it's not just Miku's show anymore, you know, anyone is viable for this.
It's absolutely so insane. Because I remember 2024, I bought those Miku Expo tickets very cheap, very easy to get. 2026, oh my god.
I saw.
Why did they
I
sell
saw.
out? Like, they sold out so fast. Like, Jesus Christ. It's crazy how big it's all become.
Seriously, and in only like 2-3 years as well, and it really hasn't slowed.
At all. No, it's still going strong. And I hope it continues this way for years. Like, it's so amazing, and it just gives me so much hope. Like it really feels like, oh, this is something I can do for like the next 20 years and feel fulfilled for doing it, because there's just such an amazing community behind everything.
Seriously, like
Yes, 20 years. Like I hope. Like I'm not trying to just be hopeful. Like I know that was a crazy ass number, but like girl,
No,
like
I
I
feel
need
that.
that
I
though.
feel that. Honestly, I hope I'm still fucking running my shit. I hope I've started making vocal synth songs by then. Well, hopefully by then. Jeez. Um, but no, I 100% get you. And like, I don't know, from just like these past 3 years, like I it's a pretty big term, but I do mean it when I said like a sort of second golden age.
Yeah, no, for sure. It like and you know what? I feel like maybe there's a vocal synth like historian out there who's gonna be like, no, 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 because like I'm a vocal synth fan, but like some stuff like I'm not like too familiar with. You know what I mean?
I get you.
I was never on like Wikipedia like a lot of people were like researching and absorbing that. But like I feel like even with like the first golden age of vocal synth, like it's or even like you have like Gumi, you know, when she was on and popping and like she was everywhere. Like
Right,
it
later
was
in the
not to this
2010s.
extent.
No.
Like I like wow, seeing Teto like do all this crazy stuff is like I don't think I've ever seen a vocal synth get this popular and do
This
this
fast.
much.
Yeah, it's like
It's crazy.
I'm kind of a first-hand account of that because I agree. Like I agree with what you said about with Gumi popping up because I've you know, I was online plenty then, but none of that really reached me meaningfully. And then Teto starts popping off, and immediately the like somehow it's at my doorstep. I'm like, what is this? And then I open the box, and it turns out it was Pandora's box, and the rest of my life is now changed forever. And now here I am
Exactly.
talking with Eggtan, and I'm like, oh my god.
It's so insane. Like to the point where I'm like, I know people joke, but like, if when she was in Fortnite, like I wouldn't even be surprised. Like when that whole thing happened, I was like, I'm not shocked. Like this seems really normal to me. I'm surprised she's not actually
Seriously,
there.
I was gonna say, like, I remember thinking to myself when all those rumors were like really flying around. I've never like played Fortnite, not because of like Fortnite, but it's just, you know, it's just never landed in my lap. But I remember thinking to myself like, I'm gonna have to learn how to play Fortnite if Kasane Teto gets added.
Exactly. Like I was like, yeah, it really doesn't even really seem that far fetched. I remember I went to round one with my friends, and on like one of like the machines they were playing Mesmerizer, and I'm like, they're like, what the heck? Why are they just like randomly playing? Like, why is Teto randomly here? Because they're my friends weren't like vocal synth fans, so they were like confused, like why Miku and Teto here? And I'm like, girl, like look up Mesmerizer on YouTube and then look at the amount of views it has.
Yeah, yeah, seriously. It's like, I don't know how to tell you this, but like this is the
Like,
future.
Like I think it's like almost the most viewed Vocaloid song of all time. Mind
It's
you, it came out like what 2 years ago.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I think it actually caught 200 million views like yesterday.
That is actually insane.
It's not the
So
most viewed yet. I think Young Girl A is still the most viewed, but it's only by like 5 million views or something.
That is so crazy. Wow, that is insane. I'm like really not surprised that to see it everywhere at this point. Like, if I like turn on the news and Kasane Teto was on like the news, I'd be like, okay, like that makes sense.
No, I 100% feel that, dude. I'd just be like, oh, look at her. She's a news anchor now.
Like it's so insane. I love it though.
Okay, damn, this was closer than I thought. Young Girl A has 2,001 million views, and Mesmerizer has 200 million views. I think Mesmerizer, like, give it like a week, honestly.
Ugh, my good. That is crazy. Wow. Both songs. I love Young Girl A. Wow. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Rest in peace too.
I think there was like a remix of Young Girl A that was going around a few years ago, and I listened to it, and for some reason I was like, my brain never put together that this was a vocal synth I was listening to. It like didn't exist as a concept in my brain, and I just had it in my playlist for a long time. And then years later, I get into, you know, Kasane Teto and vocal synth from there, and I'm going through my playlist again, and I learn about Young Girl A, and I'm like, wait a minute, I've been listening to this shit for like 3 years at this point. I think
yeah.
I think that might be the experience of like a lot of people who like just literally don't know. Like 100%, Kasane Teto or like Lin or Rin or Miku or Gumi exist somewhere in their playlist, and they just don't know it. They just like
Oh
didn't really
yeah.
think about it.
Oh, it's everywhere. It's so crazy. Like it's in the places you would never even think. Like I, I think I brought this up in that the Vocalverse interview. But like my favorite like Vocaloid fun fact is like Mariah Carey sampled like a Vocaloid in one of her songs.
Really?
Yeah, and what's the song is? I think it's "Goodbye to a World" by Porter Robinson. I think it's that song. And in that song, Porter uses oh my god, what is her name? Oh my god, she's a Vocaloid. I'm an English Vocaloid. I'm literally blanking on her name.
Same thing. I know the song as well.
Oh, Ivana. I think
Right,
she's from
right.
Vocaloid 3, I think. She's an English Vocaloid, and basically Mariah Carey like did a song called like "Shut the Fuck Up," I think, or "Get the Fuck Out" or something like that. But like she literally like samples Porter's song in it, and you can hear Ivana singing in the background. So like,
I think even earlier than that Young Girl A remix. I still am. A big fan of Bo N, and
oh my god, I love Bo.
and like in Pale Machine, both Pale Machines 1 and 2, like it didn't occur to me like the robotic backup vocals was a vocal synth somehow, and like listening back to those songs now, I'm like, did I just think that it was like a funny voice filter sound effect or something? Like,
oh my god, yes, that he's Momo.
Yeah.
Which is, I remember listening to that song. I was like walking the track in middle school with my friends, and we were listening to the song, and I was like, wait a second, that's literally Nutao, but I don't know which one it is. At the time I thought it was Defoco, but yes, it's so crazy. I love Boen so much. Oh my gosh.
It really like getting into vocal synth really like recontextualizes so much of the music in your life. It's like it was always there.
Wait, actually, I redact my answer, Beyonce. I'm so sorry, and please come to the front of the stage. I would love to work with you.
Oh shit! Yeah, so okay, the guys at the meeting they grab Beyonce by the arms and they drag her out. Bowen comes in.
Oh my god! Wow, it's so insane. Vocal synth is literally everywhere in places you never expect.
Seriously, you just gotta know like where to look. Getting back to Damon Doll, do you have any stories from the production of Crashing Into You or the album as a whole that you'd like to share?
Let us see. That song was the only song that I've produced that I produced it in FL Studio with the help of my brother, because I didn't know my way around FL Studio. So I had to ask my brother for help, and because most of my songs, actually all of my songs, I produce on my phone. I don't know, this app called Oxy, and I really like Oxy. Yeah, I really love it. But I remember like I was like, okay, like Kira's on the album, like I gotta step it up. Like I can't just like use my phone app, like. You know, I gotta, do something. I gotta do my big one. So I asked my brother for help, and I was basically me sitting in his room and like being like, add this, change this, do this, and
just standing over him, like
like literally, like because like I didn't know how to do anything, but I know how I wanted it to sound.
It's really funny. I had like the exact like flipped experience of that, where my brother needed something drawn and he was like standing over my shoulder as I was like in Clip Studio, and as I'd add a line, he was like, no, like this, and then like I'd do it and he's like, yes.
Yes. So that was a fun time. And then for the music video, Suzie, I got Suzie to do it. I loved working with Suzie. My favorite fun facts about it is like at the time when we were both working on the video, I would have to like do the art and draw it out, cut it up, send it to her so she can like rig it and then make the video. And while we were doing that, we we got really into watching the show called Dance Moms. Like we like it started off as like a joke. We were like, oh, it's funny, like let's put it on, and then like we actually got really invested into it. So like now every time I look at Crashing Into You, I just remember like drawing those Teto drawings while like Abby Lee Miller screams at like our students, and like us dying laughing, like getting sucked into the show. So those are good memories from there.
Right, I think that explains a lot of the song. Well, I guess sort of on that, like, what was the thought process going into like Crashing Into You? Did you have like the idea for the type of song for a while, or did it come to you as you worked on it?
Honestly, it really came to me as I worked on it. I feel like with some songs, I go into it with like knowing exactly like what I want it to be about and like what I wanted to do with it. But it was one of those songs where I was like so focused on like the production aspect of it that like the concept and lyrics like really came like secondhand. Yeah, I think like the title Crashing Into You and like the lyric, like honestly it came from like this book I was reading at the time. I don't even think I was actually reading it at the time. I don't remember, but I do know that it was around, and I was like, I really need a hook. And like one of like the lines in the book was like, oh, you were the sun and I was crashing into you, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna steal that and use that. Why not?
No, I get like 100%. I get that. There's like nothing wrong with borrowing stuff like that. A lot of my writings, like I'll just think about like, how did this media that I really like do it, and I was kind of like, oh, dude, it's too good. I have to like emulate that in my own stuff. But it's like
Yes.
it's taking all those elements and rearranging them to like your vision that makes it yours, you know. I think maybe, I don't know if this is like a common experience. I think it probably is, but like when you're like younger and working on art, you sort of get the impression that everything needs to be like your brainchild, original, like from the ground up, like at each step. If, you know, if you didn't come up with every single aspect, then you're like a fraud.
Exactly.
But then you like use your brain and you're like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Oh no, I be stealing. Yup, I be stealing. I be like, oh, this sounds good. Put that in my bag. Put that in my purse. Taking that, yes.
Seriously, like one of
yeah.
the main ways I learned how to like draw really was like, okay, here's an artist I like. Let me just look at what they did, and then I'll just kind of try to do that.
Exactly. That's the best way to learn too, mind you.
I completely agree. I completely agree.
Yes.
So how do you feel about I think we did sort of touch on this, but how do you feel about Damon Doll since its release, like modern day?
I cannot believe that happened and that I got to be part of it. I always go, wow, that's crazy. I have the vinyl, because I bought the vinyl because I was like, I love vinyls. I love vocal synths, no brainer. I didn't know that they're gonna give us like complimentary vinyls. So like now I have like 6 copies of Damon Doll. But hey, I will never sell them. I need all 6 of them. I need all 6 of them on my shelf.
Eggtan's 6 Damon Doll vinyls. It's like in your will, like bury these with me.
No, literally, I'm like such a hoarder. Honestly, I love the album so much. I think everyone did a really, really good job on that album.
100% agree.
I think it's Fire by
Vonne Lily and Jamie Page.
Yes, that is one of my favorite songs on the album. I really loved Kira's song too. Everyone did such a great job on that album. It's so good. What a time. Honestly, that album, it like inspired so many like vocal synth collaboration albums after it. Like so many people are like, wait, I love this one vocal synth, I'm gonna make an album for it just like Damon Doll was. And I got to be a part of a lot of different compilation albums because of it.
I've seen. I was gonna ask you about some of them, like Macne, how your experience on that was.
Yeah, it was great. It's so awesome. Like I love how in the vocal synth community, collaboration is just like a really big thing now. Like everyone gets to work with everyone on everything. It's amazing. I love it so much. It's like I want to make my own compilation album at this point. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. I sort of said earlier, I do think Damon Doll genuinely was a sort of harbinger for just like this, what was possible in the English vocal synth scene.
And we have to really like give that album its flowers, because like collaboration albums aren't like they're not like completely unheard of.
Right.
I think they're pretty big in like Japan, but like as far as the West goes, like it really like added this whole new like collaborative spirit in the Western fandom that I didn't really think was a thing before that. So Damon Doll, great album, and I still honestly really cannot believe that I got to be part of that. Like, that's so crazy, and I'm so proud of it. And yeah, love that album.
I can imagine, and seriously, that's great to hear. The album like really wouldn't be the same without your contribution.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. Sort of off of that, let's say like speaking to people who've maybe listened to like one or two of your songs, if you could choose like one song from your discography that you'd recommend, like, you know, send people to go listen to, which one do you think that would be?
Ooh, I really like Glass Girl. I feel like out of all of my songs, that one really holds up.
I was about to say the same, honestly. Like, that's my that's one of my answers for that question. Okay, all you listeners out there, alright, you're sitting at your desktop, you're laying down on your bed, like looking at your phone. Open YouTube, go to the search bar, type in Glass Girl Macne Mori, and actually, while you're there, just sort of save Macne Mori to watch later. In general, you should do that. But listen to Glass Girl. Like, seriously, it is really damn good.
Oh, thank you. As I like it. I think it holds up really well. I'm really picky with my songs. Like, as soon as they come out, I'm like, I could have done this better. I could have done that better. But I think Glass Girl, like, I'm the least picky about of all of my songs. I was like, yeah, I did my big one. Like, okay, yeah. And then one more song that I'll shout out, just because I really like this vocal synth. Everyone, please listen to "Nice to Me" by Eggtan featuring Macne Nana. That song was a passion project between me and Suzie, who tuned it and did the mixing for it, and the video too as well. I really like Macne Nana so much, and I feel like I want her to get the Teto treatment so bad. I need her to have her time in the sun. And so it's like one of my least popular songs and releases. So if you guys want to go and like listen to it, I would be so honored.
That would be
I
really like cool of you guys.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you're gonna like, I don't know, you're gonna slip on an egg tomorrow. You're gonna like be walking, you're gonna get in your kitchen, and you're just gonna slip over on an egg tomorrow.
Exactly.
While we're here, I guess like one other one that I listened to that I really liked is "Call It" from Habina Him.
Oh yeah, that song's good too. Thank you so much.
Of course, I was like, again, like before this interview, I was like catching up on like, what are like, have I missed anything? And I didn't see Habina Him before, and I listened to it, your song and the rest of the album, and I was like, this is what I mean by like, there's so many cool projects, and it's like, I wish there were like infinite people to give attention to this kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, seriously, that's all. Those are your 3 tasks for today, audience. Glass Girl, Nice to Me, and Call It. All right, write those down.
Yeah, thank you. Habina Him is a great album as well. There's a lot of really, really good tracks on that, and Jazzy, who's the person who organized the album, oh my gosh, they worked so hard on that album. Like, they're like herding us like cattle, like getting everything together. I know that must have been stressful, so I'm really happy with the way the album came out, and yeah, I love that album. So everyone should go listen to that, please, now. Please.
Yes, now, immediately, thank you. You sort of answered this both on Vocaverse and in your last question, but so would you say Makinana is your favorite vocal synth?
Yes. Honestly,
Now, I was gonna
yeah.
say, Makinana probably. I think you sort of made this joke yourself about like there being 4 Makinana fans. What like a lot of people, even I, wasn't too familiar with them until like looking them up after looking into your work more. But like, what would your sales pitch be like to the Kasane Teto crowd? All right.
Okay. Imagine this.
Okay, my eyes
A
are closed. I'm
vocal-
conceptualizing.
A vocal synth who sounds a little bit quirky. I'm not gonna say bad, but she sounds a little bit quirky.
Hey, people love
But-
Adachi Rai.
Exactly. But she has the cutest design ever. She honestly, like, her concept is so cool because she's a vocal synth created for GarageBand on like the Mac, and that's like why her name is Macne Nana. That's why her outfit is inspired by Mac computers. That's why like the Apple is like her whole thing. She's so cute. Her voice, honestly, she has range. Her Utawu voice banks and her Vocaloid voice banks, they all sound kind of different. So she's pretty versatile, and her voice is just so cute, and I just love her so much. She's my favorite. For the longest time, I think Teto was my favorite, but
Right.
I would say Macne Nana is like up there now, and Teto's like a close second.
Looking into them, I mean, I think it's a very respectable choice. I think the quality of a voice is like a bit more important than like just the raw like output of it, I guess. So what if like the singing doesn't sound like 100% like perfect tuned? It's personality, you know what I mean? Like it feels
Yeah.
like, I don't know, like you're getting it from the character in that sense.
I love a character vocal. It's like they're my favorite ones. I would say like Porter Robinson's Vocaloid Pota, how he sounds kind of not amazing. He doesn't sound bad, but he sounds quirky. Like he's a character, and like the same thing with like Voisona's Pepper, who's like a robot, text to speech robot kind of sounding thing. Like I love character vocals / concept vocals. And so if you like Kasane Teto and you love the story of like an underdog, like you'll love Macne Nana. Like please join the rest of the 5 of us who enjoy her. Like come on in. There's room on this bus. Like everyone can get on. Like come on.
Yeah. Everyone please get on the big Maki Nana bus, the big green Maki Nana bus. It's gonna stop outside your house soon. Like seriously, we have a lot of seats open.
Literally. And if anyone wants to be the driver, our driver quit a few years ago, so you can, if you have your license, like please.
Yeah. Getting to some more specific questions. I wanted to ask, do you still have that limited edition black and white DSi?
Actually, yes, I do. I do have that limited. Well, I don't have it with me right now. I lent it to my little cousin. He's currently in possession of it, but I do have it. It was my first ever video game, actually, and I love it very much. Yes.
Oh yeah. Are you a Gen 5 enjoyer?
Yes, Gen 5 is my favorite. I'm
100%.
sorry.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Ooh, okay. And then me saying Gen 5 is my favorite, and then like a Gen 5 Pokemon is probably not my favorite Pokemon.
That's fair.
My favorite Pokemon. Ooh. I have way too many. And it's hard for me to just pick one.
Right.
But I think currently it's a tie between Jumpluff and Meryl. One of those two. I like both of them.
I can kind of see it. My favorite. I'm like I don't know. I'm huge on Gen 5. I love Snivy.
Oh yeah.
Do you ever play the Pokepark games?
Oh my god.
I love the
favorite.
Pokepark games, dude. Oh my god, I love those. That's like 100% the reason why Snivy is my favorite. I played Pokepark 2 like so much as a kid, and dude, I am every time there's a Nintendo like Pokemon Direct, I am for 30 minutes beforehand, I'm like sitting there, hands in the air, eyes closed, on my knees. Pokepark 3, please, Pokepark 3.
Oh my god. When Gen 6 got announced and there was no Pokepark 3, I was like absolutely heartbroken. Because like I just assumed like naturally like we're gonna do a Pokepark every generation.
Right? We had Gen 4, Gen 5. That's all it takes for there to be like a pattern to a kid. You did it once, then you did it again.
Like, oh my, it was so heartbreaking. Genuinely, Pokepark 2 is my favorite Wii game of all time. I played it again recently.
Unfathomably
and it still
based.
holds up. Yes, it's amazing. Oh my god. I would argue that I enjoyed it more than like the main series games sometimes. I don't know. Maybe that's a crazy statement, but I just really love Pokepark.
No, 100, like seriously, it's a very lovely game that I feel like I also replayed Pokepark 2 pretty recently. And like looking online, you can find like the occasional like tweet or post, but like it kind of like just doesn't have like a fandom. Like it's just completely like non-existent.
Yeah, I mean like when did the last game come out? Like
It's 2011 or 2012.
Dang, it's been like 15 years.
I know. I'm
Oh
looking
my
in the
God.
mirror. I'm like looking at my hands. I'm gray and wrinkly now, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to go back. I want to go back to Pokepark.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I hardly yeah, every time there's a new Nintendo Direct, a Pokemon Direct, like every year. Like fun fact, but Pokemon Day, the 27th, is like
Right.
actually my birthday.
Oh,
And so like every year I like pray and wish
that your birthday gift will finally come. Pokepark 3.
Yes. Like, oh my gosh, like God, if you mess with me, like if you love me, you will make Pokepark 3.
Did you
Nintendo, please.
like? I don't know if this got you as well, but like a couple months back, they announced Pokepark.
Yes.
like,
oh my
and
god.
I was like, like as an actual like physical Pokemon park, and I was like, the copium has never been more like
Oh
in my
God.
system. Like every nerve ending is like, it's guys, wait.
Like I literally my heart skipped a beat. Like I jumped out of bed. I was like halfway awake scrolling through Twitter and my eyes got so big. Come to find out they played in our face. I
Yeah.
can't believe they would do that to us. They were messed up. You know they were hella wrong for what they did. They did not
Seriously,
have to name it
they knew that like everyone who like loved the game was like, you know, it had been like so long, and it's like such nice nostalgia for us. And that like we'd see that just big Pokepark logo, and it's like, oh my god, and you read it's like a physical location, and then you just kind of slump
Yeah.
over and go back to bed.
that. They did that to upset all 12 of us who like
Yes, yes.
that was messed up.
Seriously, I guess sort of on the topic of games and whatnot, what would you say your favorite video game is?
My favorite video game, I'm gonna just be basic. I love Pokemon. What can I say? I don't think there's a single year that goes by where I'm not like replaying a Pokemon game.
I get that. I 100% get
So,
that. Sort of also on the topic of games, I have like a little story here, right? So setting up this interview, like I said, I was, you know, doing my journalistic duties. I was getting some questions down that I wanted to ask, and I went through the Vocaverse interview, right? And on that document, I was like, dude, I have a great question. I'm gonna ask what's up with the Yo Gabba Gabba Magic Word Adventure thing. And I'm like, this is going to be like a brand new question. And then at the end of the Vocaverse interview, it gets asked, and I hope you know, like, I was sitting there, and I went, shit! Like,
Oh my God.
Like,
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it, they asked that.
Oh my, yeah. I'm always getting asked that question, and I wish I had a good answer for it. Like I genuinely, at this point, I don't know what it is. Like I don't know why it's doing that still. I think it's broken. Like
I can tell you one thing about it for like certain. So this is the second interview I've done of this type, right? So like naturally, I'm still a little bit nervous going into these kinds of things. So I'm DMing you and we're like, oh yeah, let's talk on Discord, and this was also sort of touched on the Vocaverse interview, but your Discord profile, like seeing that slide into my friend request, and seeing seeing the like Kamala Harris serving like scarily, she's serving scarily. It like sent like a hair up on my neck. I like that completely like shaked me. Like I was like composed, and then I saw that, and my brain, it was like, I don't know what happened, but something tells me that there was like an exchange here that you just lost. You just lost an exchange of some kind. Like I was completely thrown out of loop. I was like, what?
I honestly,
and then the Yo Gabba Gabba Magic Word Adventure was really the like cherry on top. I was like, whatever like silent exchange just happened in my head, I was the loser unequivocally.
Oh my god. And see, now I can't change my profile picture because everyone says something about it. It's like kind of become my icebreaker at this point. I have to keep it. It's okay. It's SZA's face photoshopped onto Kamala Harris.
Oh.
I think SZA actually posted it to her Instagram story. I have no idea. I just saw it on Twitter and I thought it was funny. And then every once in a while, I change my Discord profile to something funny.
Right.
I was like, okay, I'll just change it to that. And it's been that for like the past like 6 months, and I don't think I'll ever change it now. Like it's just my identity now.
It projects such authority, such like silent authority. I can't really put it in words, but like seriously, it made my hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
It's so funny too because like I love how it's SZA's face, but like you just automatically tell it's Kamala Harris. Like it's just like her face is nowhere there, but just like the hair, the background, like everything about it is Kamala Harris.
It's it's like if I had like lost my memory and tried really hard to remember what Kamala Harris looks like. That's what my brain would produce.
Yes. It's so funny. I love it, honestly. It's great.
No, seriously, I love it too. For other specific questions, is Kevin still your favorite synth V male?
I would say yeah. I would say so. I'm not like too familiar with synth V males.
Right.
I feel like every time I write a song, it's kind of like, why would a man be there? Like I don't ever think I will make a song with a man, but like if I did, it would probably be Kevin.
Kevin is enough of like a, I don't know, just an outcast loser guy.
Yeah, I just feel like he's so quirked up.
I say that in the most affectionate sense.
Yeah, of course. Like I love him so much. He's so silly. So I would say he's my favorite synth V male. Yeah.
Right. Do you think you'll try to keep up the Eggtan Christmas Yuri tradition I have written?
Oh well, now I got to. It's like kind of become my brand at this point, which like was not supposed to be the case, but like I guess so. Yeah.
That's great. All the Yuri enthusiasts, which I think is pretty much your entire audience.
Oh yeah.
Are hooting and hollering. They're standing up. No, it's great. Yeah, there are people out there, like Christmas can be hard sometimes, but no matter what, they always know that they can rely on Eggtan making a song about women either kissing or going through relationship issues.
Yeah, pretty much. It's really funny because I think I wrote the first two around the same time, and it could be maybe this year the Miku one that was supposed to be a Macne song, but I didn't have the time to finish it, so I went with a different song instead that year, which was What We Do on Holidays. And then the next year came and I was like, oh, I should just finish that song. And then 2025 came and I was like, I didn't release a single music video this year, which is like kind of like bad. Like, maybe I should do something. Oh, Christmas is coming up, let me just whip up something real quick. And those two songs being back to back and like a year apart has kind of just like cemented like the Christmas Yuri song tradition now. And it was not my intention, guys. Like I was not aiming to do that, but now that it's a thing, I will still do it. Like,
I think even on holidays kind of like touches that, at least it touches the concept.
Yeah, like I get asked a lot if I'll ever make like a Christmas Yaoi song, and like and like maybe I mean
Evil
like,
Eggtan be like, seriously.
Literally, I would have to use a male vocal, so I'm kind of like, I guess, like, okay. But I don't know, maybe like a Kevin Yaoi song would go hard. Maybe people would like that. But I always say that like if I do, I'm not like opposed to doing a Yaoi song. Like I don't mind it, but it would never be in place of a Yuri song.
Right.
So like you would have to get like two songs, but one of them is definitely always going to be Yuri. So
okay, well
sure.
That's a bunch of people just like stood up and clapped.
Yeah.
I guess while we're on the subject, are there any projects currently in the works that you'd like to tease? This teaser can be like as vague and abstract as you'd like if you have one.
Oh, well let me just say this, and I'm glad you asked this question.
Oh hell yeah.
And I can be as like upfront about it, whatever, because it's like my project. I feel like a lot of the times I'm part of other projects that I'm not allowed to talk about.
We got an Eggtan original coming hot off the griddle.
I will just say I love Macne Nana a lot, and I feel like very soon many people will.
Ooh.
And I feel like Kasane Teto, she had the plan. I'm gonna give Macne Nana the platform. That's
oh my goodness.
You
You better tune in for this, guys. Seriously. I expect everyone to be showing up with green like light sticks, waving them around.
Yes.
I was gonna say, when is your last like Macne Nana song?
The last and only Macne Nana song I've ever done was 3 years ago. But I've been using her a lot recently. I've been working with her, and I'm cooking up an original song with her like literally right now. Like I was working on it before I hopped on this call. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I have something to look forward to, and hopefully everyone else does as well. That's gonna be awesome. I think you like posted somewhere, I forget where, but you mentioned that like you have a goal of releasing more songs in 26 than previous years. Do you still like stand by that?
Hey, wait, okay. I was thinking about this the other day. Technically, guys, I released more songs this year than I've done any other year, okay? I think, let me see. 2021, I released 2 songs. 2022, I did at least 2. 2023, I did at least 2 as well. 2024, I did 3, I think. And 2025, I released 2, but only one of them had a music video.
Right.
So this year, I released Lovesick early in the year, because usually I like wait till like the later end of the year to release anything. And if we're counting songs that don't have music videos, I released Want You as part of the Vocalverse album. I released Call It on Habina Him. And I think... Okay, so I think that makes 3, but that's still technically more than I've ever
There we go,
before.
there we go. And with this new Macne Nana one coming up, that's gonna be like, you know...
Oh yeah.
That's gonna be coffin nail right there.
And the Macne, it's crazy because like the Macne Nana song's like not even the only song. I'm part of so many other projects, so I definitely confirmed have at least 2 more songs coming out this year. So, not counting the original, the stuff that I'm already working on. By the way, working on a Kasane Teto song right now that should be coming out within like the next 3 months. So, yeah.
Hell yes. Eggtan, it's like
pedal to the metal.
It's like Eggtan paradise right now. All the listeners are eating incredible omelets. We're talking like wrapped up in cheese and steak, and Hell yeah.
You know, like that image from One Piece where it's like the slander.
Yeah.
Like the screenshot of the two Christmas songs back to back with like two completely different years for the release date. Like the slander was a little bit too much for me. I was like, I can't let that happen again. So like, I'm cooking, guys. I'm cooking.
I think like even regardless of the releases, like it's clear like when a song does come out, like the time you put into it always shows. Like seriously.
Thank you.
I was sort of I wrote down when it comes to like It Could Be Us. There's some like really like seriously well done and like ambitious animation in there. Do you think you want to try like a bit more of that, or is that just like a spur of the moment? Like you felt like it would fit the song?
Honestly, I love Sakuga. I love fight scenes and action and stuff. That was like my major in college. I just graduated like last year.
Right.
I majored in 2D animation, and I love doing fight scenes. So honestly, I would say like that was way easier to do than like Lovesick that I just put out, where it's just like tweening. So it's just like the same looping animation, but for some reason, learning how to tween was actually like pulling out teeth compared to just doing like a random fight scene. So
right.
Hey, if you guys love like the random fight scene, like I'll keep doing it. Like it's so much easier.
We have like the pendulum. Like one Christmas, it's positive Yuri, the next it's toxic Yuri, and we'll just sort of flick back and forth. Like we have one Yuri that's just fight scene, and then we go back to like cozy Christmas.
Yes, honestly, yeah. I will say the next Yuri song, it's gotta be like toxic Yuri. Come on, like
Seriously,
I did too much street stuff, so I gotta balance it out.
Yin and yang.
Yeah.
God. Can we get a new piece of egg lore if you have one to share?
The egg itself. I feel like I said this on the Vocaverse one too, but my mascot, like the little egg creature,
right?
He has siblings.
Oh.
I don't know if people know this. I don't think you
said that. I don't think you said that.
I think I've only ever posted them like twice, so like I'm not like too sure if people are aware of it. Maybe I'll post it again on Twitter. I'll post it again on Twitter today, and like I'll send it to you. But yes, there's definitely, they have siblings, and there is like a little bit of lore. He's like an alien.
I do remember this bit. You mentioned them being a parasite.
Yes, they're like a little parasite alien thing, abomination, and he has a little spaceship too.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
So there's the egg lore. Yep.
All right. Thank you. One day we will have like the full like egg Bible. This thing is gonna be like 8 inches thick. All right. I don't have too many questions left here. They shouldn't be too long. How'd you end up working with Monocro, Menace?
Menace actually DM'd me first to work on to enter Miku Expo together. And I was just like, sure, like why not? Like I like collabing with people, and I've never collabed with anyone before, and I like Menace stuff, so like why not? And we've become very good friends ever since then. And I'm like so happy like she reached out to me, because I'm kind of like nervous and shy, and I don't really reach out to many people myself. So like I feel like most people I'm friends with is because they've come up to me, and I'm like so grateful and like surprised that they would do that. And so I'm really happy Menace like asked me to like do Miku Expo with her, because I would have never become friends with her and then become friends with everyone else if she hadn't done that. So very grateful for that.
That's awesome. Monaco really, Menace really pushing the boulder down the hill there. What about Suzie?
Suzie, yes, Susie did DM me that because of I Hate You, which was really nice.
Right.
And I was like too nervous to reply, so I like let it marinate for like a few days, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like, well, like, oh, I'm so happy you reached out to me. Or I don't even remember what I said or something like that.
I feel you on that. I've done that same thing where it's like I get a message and I'm really nervous about replying to it, and I'll sit on it for like 5 days, and then I'll get like, oh, sorry, I didn't get the notification for this. Whoops.
No, literally, you gotta let it stew a little bit before you reply.
Yeah, it takes me like, or it used to. I'm a bit better about it now, but it took me like days to like get my composure together to like. I'd have to like mental model the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, okay,
Yeah.
they go like choice A, and I respond B. But what if they throw like C at me, and then I respond with D?
Oh yeah. It's really like that, but I think Suzie, I think it's like for 2024 Expo, so like the tail end of 2023, Menace was like, oh, can Suzie work with us, because I'm friends with Suzie, and so I became friends with Suzie through Menace, and yeah, we've become great friends since then, and forever grateful for Sleepy Sunday. Love those two.
Lovely. I'd love to have either Suzie or Menace on sometime as well.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they would. I don't want to speak for them. me speaking for them, like, oh, they would love to come on. Like, let's schedule this right now.
Yeah, right. You just
But
like
yeah,
put a sock on your hand with like a wig, like, hello, I'm Menace.
Yeah. Like, hi, I'm Suzie. But no, I'm sure they would love to come on and talk. This is really fun. They would enjoy this, I think.
Well, thank you for the vote of confidence. I really do appreciate it. Do you return to scrap songs much? Like, do you have any plans to revisit any?
Ooh, actually, I I do return to scrap songs quite often. I think Lovesick was a song that I wrote in 2022 and then just like scrapped because I don't know. I couldn't figure out how I wanted to like mix it. So a lot of the songs that I do release like is just songs that I've just come back to after a long time, and I think that the Eggtan archives are very extensive and long. For like someone who doesn't release music, I do produce music a lot. Like
I've learned that's the case with like a lot of producers. Which at first I was like, oh, why would they make all this music and like never like release it like in a full capacity? But then I like go through my like drawing files and I have like a mountain of shit that is just like sketches and concepts, and it's like, well, I'm never gonna post those. So I mean, I'm it's a glass house. I'm throwing stones in a glass house here.
Yeah, and like to be honest, I feel like it's mostly because like to release a song, it takes a lot. You gotta like get it mixed, you gotta get it mastered, and then you have to do the visuals, because like in this day and age, if you don't have a cute music video to go with your vocal synth song, like they will literally beat you with rocks. Like they'll kill you. So you have to
I think you use the same analogy. Yeah, no, I do agree. Like, it really is a soft requirement. You can totally release it with just like some like maybe just like a synth V like studio visual or something. And you know, the music will speak for itself if it's good music, but having any sort of art visual, like custom design, especially I think like custom look for a vocal synth, is like such a huge boon, because then it has like an identity, you know, people can like point to something, people can point to like a certain way that Miku or Teto or Gumi looks and be like, oh, that's that Gumi, that's that song.
Yep. Like the branding is so important. Like you see like red drill hair, like okay, that's Teto. You see purple drill hair, like okay, that's Monica Menace. Like,
yeah.
She was here. I can feel it in the air. So it's like I think a lot of producers really love their songs a lot, even the ones that, you know, they keep in the vault and like never post. And if you want to give a song you love a fighting chance, you kind of have to do the branding and you kind of have to do the visuals. And so it's like it's a lot, and that's why I have so much stuff in there. But I do like to, if I really like a song, like I will return to it and like fix it up, give it a new coat of paint, and then send it out into the world.
Right. All right, well, I guess for everyone snooping around on Eggtan SoundCloud, maybe one of those will eventually get like a wide
Oh
release.
yeah, maybe.
You never know. You never know. You know what they say about making omelets?
Exactly. They say something.
Couldn't tell you what.
Legally, I cannot say, but yeah, there's something being said.
One of the last things I've written down is like, what's other media that inspired you? And you gave a pretty detailed answer on Vocaverse about specifically Adventure Time and Rebecca Sugar, I believe. Well, I guess that was out even when the Vocaverse interview was there. But how do you feel about the Fiona and Cake series?
I like Fiona and Cake. I really love Fiona and Cake, okay? I'm the biggest fan. When Fiona and Cake, the comic book by Natasha Allegri came out, I got it from like the Scholastic Book Fair. It's my favorite Adventure Time comic book of all time. I've reread it like 20 times. I've studied the art style a lot. I really love Fiona and Cake. Fiona and Cake, this show on HBO Max, I really liked that first season. The second season was a little but like, I still enjoyed myself.
I could say the same. I think I have pretty much the same experience. I need to like rewatch Adventure Time. Last time I like watched it fully through, I was still probably a teenager.
Yeah, Adventure Time, I gotta rewatch it too. They're coming out with like that new show really soon for like Side Quest with like young Finn and Jake. I'm excited to see how that is gonna turn out.
Right. I remember while like looking through I think like your YouTube community post, you posted like this piece of art you had done a long time ago of like vocal synth like X Adventure Time.
Oh yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I used to write Vocaloid fan fiction with my friend when I was in elementary school, and we had like 5 gigantic binders full of like original stories and stuff.
That is awesome.
And so it was great. The craziest thing is like we were such big fans that we like predicted a lot of stuff that was gonna happen in the show, and we had like this ongoing joke that like Pendleton Ward was like stalking us and like keeping up with our comic.
Yeah,
because we were like, an episode would come out and we were like, we literally just made it like our own like story with that exact same plot and premise like a month ago. That's crazy. So yeah, I love Adventure Time.
That's awesome. When I was like I was probably like 4 years old. I like loved. I still am. I said earlier in the interview I was a huge Kirby fan. I made like this big comic series and I still have it. It was just like me redrawing the events of a Kirby game, and it is like the most incomprehensible to look back on. Like everything is so shapeless and it's just like pink scribbles and green scribbles here, and like, but I made this like I don't know, probably like a good 3 inches thick, and I could barely spell. So all the dialogue has like backwards D's and like I don't know, like all the words are terribly misspelled, and like at some point the like paper got like stained. So it's like it's like really
random
crusty.
Oil stain.
Yeah, but like I can't, get rid of it because this is like the origin,
Yes. Wow. That's so fun. I love Kirby. Kirby's great.
Sort of on the topic, what's the most recent media you think that stuck with you?
Recent media that stuck with me. Oh my god, this is literally like every time I watch something, I don't retain it. Like I literally leaves my brain.
Even if like recent is like 5 years ago, I'd like whatever like the most like prevalent in your mind that came out latest, I guess.
Oh, actually, my friend has been trying to get me to watch Project Hail Mary for like the past
Right,
like,
I've heard
month.
of that.
And I teach art lessons at an elementary school. And
that's
so,
awesome.
Like, one of my students is like, I almost said my name. Oh, whatever. Mr. Ethan, have you seen Project Hail Mary? And I was like, no, I didn't know what the hell he was talking about, but like he would not stop talking about it. He made me like draw him like this character named Rocky from it. And so like I was like, fine, I'll watch it. I'll go and I'll watch it. So I finally watched it yesterday. Oh my god, I was sleeping on peak like this whole time. That was amazing.
Dude, seriously. Like, I feel that way about like so many things in my life where I guess vocal synth would even be one of them, but like there's so many concepts I've been aware of that like I've just sort of turned my nose away from, because I think there's sort of like a observer bias of like from the outside looking in, you're like, it's just kind of like for people like online, and I wouldn't really get in that culture. And you know, it's like I used to feel that way about like writing fanfics, about like making original characters, about like so many things, and then I did it once and I was like, I'm stupid.
No, it's so fun. Like, I feel like there's so many things where I've kind of like shows and like media that I've consumed purely through Twitter. Like,
I've done some of that recently.
I've not ever seen a single episode of Euphoria in like the 6 years it's been out, but I can tell you everything that happens in it. I've absorbed that entire show like through osmosis or something.
That happened with me to like or that happened to me with like Dexter.
Yeah, like it was like Dexter's like one of those ones you see on like TikTok, and it's like AI explaining like what's happening in the scene. It's like sped up. Like
Dexter walks up to the shipping container and inspects it up and down, unaware to his police officer buddy approaching from behind. It's like
literally. So, but I don't know. There's so many things, but I don't really blame you either, because there's so much. There's just so much happening.
Nothing is like more surreal feeling than like. So I'll be like in my kitchen or something, and like my dad is in the other room, right? And I'll just hear from his phone that he's listening to like those like AI like narration like explains, and it's like One Piece. I hear Monkey D.
God.
Luffy, and like my ears like start ringing. They're like, what?
Oh my god, yes. That is crazy. I need to watch One Piece. That's also one of the other things I'm probably sleeping on.
I haven't watched it myself, but yeah, I've heard enough about it. Alright. To close out, we have two last questions here. Firstly, do you have any advice or words of wisdom in general for those who are interested in getting into music production for themselves?
I will say, pick a DAW that's like a good DAW. Well, it doesn't have to be a great DAW, but just like pick something concrete, and stick with it and learn it, even if it's really hard. Because I feel like there's something very valuable about learning a program and sticking with it, and being able to have freedom to do whatever you want in it, and then like picking something that's easier to use on a surface, but then ends up being very, very limited in what you can do with it.
Right. And to end us off, if you could say one takeaway you want people to take from your music, what do you think that would be?
One takeaway? Let's see.
Like, what's the departing egg message here? Like, what? Like, if you could only give one message.
I don't know. Maybe like like be gay or something. I guess.
Big stamp right there. Okay, you heard it, guys. Be gay. I kind of get exactly what you mean, though.
Like, you know, like I feel like that's just like, or maybe just like just yearn. That's it. I guess that would also be the other thing. Like, have a zest for life, or just be zesty in general. I don't know.
I mean, like, I completely agree. Like, when you start listening to those things, like, it's kind of crazy how much, like, better life gets. Not necessarily from, like, a, like, objective, like, physical standpoint, but just from, like, how you feel, you know? It really does make a difference. So, that's the lesson, everyone. Accept yourself. Be gay, and keep wanting more for yourself.
Exactly.
I think that's pretty good. But, well, thanks for coming on, Eggtan. Seriously, it was a great interview.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was so much fun.
All right. As I said, hopefully I can get some other guests on here, like Menace. That's one. But I'm really just honored to like have anyone in general, let alone you, man. Like, seriously.
Thank you so much. That's really sweet. And yeah, honestly, when it comes to vocal synth producers and people, It's a very tight knit community, so I find myself interacting with more people in general, but just DM them. I'm sure they will respond, and they'll be so nice to you. Everyone is so nice here. It's great. So don't like hesitate, when it comes to like reaching out to other people.
Alright. I think that's pretty good to end on. Reach out. Like, do what you think. Like, if you think it's worth pursuing, do that. Seriously, don't delay on it. But yeah.
Yeah, like the worst that can happen is that they like kill you, but like
Yeah,
that's okay.
yeah, the worst that can happen is they come to your house in a blacked out car, and they like take you, and you're never seen again. But that aside, you'll do fine.
Exactly. There's nothing to lose.
All right, bye everyone.